welcome to every movie I've ever seen. This is a special Fuck You It's January edition, where throughout January I'm going to be talking about bad movies, particularly bad movies that have a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, the next movie up that I'm talking about is Dark Crimes. This is, I think, 2018 Jim Carrey film. Most of these films that I'm doing in early January are going to be more recent because there's a higher chance that these films are on a streaming service that I already have. I don't have to, find some other way of watching these films. They're already on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever. Again, this movie, not all that good. Pretty boring. I feel like a lot of these movies, the main thing is going to be boring and uninteresting because I feel like that's how the movies got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Is, some critic or whatever watching this movie turns it off within the first 5 minutes, and they just give it a 0 because they didn't even finish the whole movie. That would be extremely understandable. It's not even, it doesn't even try to be interesting or exciting. It's just boring and dull and bleak and hopeless. I don't know. I've never liked Jim Carrey, and I still don't like Jim Carrey after this. I know I hear people saying oh, his dramatic stuff is good. Sure, this wasn't all that good. And he's given a dramatic performance here. It's just some stupid story about there was a murder and Jim Carrey's character thinks it was this famous author because the author wrote details about the murder in his book that weren't released to the public, which I feel like that alone should be enough evidence, right, to convict the guy, but apparently not. Then there's the police chief is corrupt and he's in on it. I don't know. There's a couple twists in the movie about who done it. They're pretty stupid. I guess I won't spoil it if you for some reason care about this. It's worth mentioning. I mentioned it yesterday. This film was also made by Saban Films or Saban Films. Two in a row, really? I mean, maybe it's just me and how I'm selecting them, but I didn't know either of these were Saban Films, so I wonder if this is going to be a thing. I wonder if we're going to be getting a lot of these 0% movies from Saban Films. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Wasn't anything redeeming about it. I mean, the villain wasn't interesting or good. It was just bleak and dull, uninteresting, boring. It's the same stuff that I said for the last 2 episodes. Every movie review is going to be the same thing. I'm just sitting here watching a boring hour-and-a-half movie of Jim Carrey doing a Polish accent or whatever. Who cares? At least this one will be shorter. It won't take as long to upload, but, whatever. Who cares? That's all I've got to say about Dark Crimes.